minutes and with our conversation.
Okay.
So today we are going to focus on stress management and elimination.
Okay.
Let me share you a simple story before getting ahead. So there was a psychology professor. So who
Okay.
teaches psychology? Okay. So he came to class one fine day. He got numerous students in the class. So one fine day he came with a glass of water. So the glass is just half filled. Okay. It's not completely filled. So he asked his students how much water is there in the glass. So what do you think the students would have replied? Some students said like it's 100 grams. They just focused on guessing 200 grams like that. But then at the end, the professor replied, so half glass of water, right? It's
Yeah.
half glass of full water. Did you get
Okay.
the point? He is focusing on the positive things.
Positive thing. Okay.
So it is about full, but then half full, right? So that is like a bit interesting. I just came across this story and I was also reflecting on this. Yes, it we can say like this also, right? But
That's true.
sometimes we often get into stress things and we forget ourselves. We get lost, right? So
Yeah.
what we can do in those situations? And another story from Buddha. You know Buddha, right?
Yeah.
So he is a monk, like he once his disciple, he got hurt, like he was getting hurt by a student, but literally he was not taking that hurt inside. A student came to him and he was like the student started shouting and saying words. So but then he was just murmuring thank you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So after that student left, another disciple he came and then asked Buddha, why you said like thank you all the time? So the Buddha replied, so he is not taking all those toxic things inside. Even if he take those toxic things inside, it will have any impact in future, right? In his mind. So the student tried to like get toxicity in his mind, but then he was eliminating on the spot. The way you are doing now, the practicing gratitude, it's like on the spot going on, right?
Yeah.
So that is what, if you take toxic things inside you, it will be like a bunch of things going ahead and in your head, and then you will get into worry again. So why we need to take all these toxic things? That's what like it's a great story from Buddha as well. So now let us see how we can manage stress. Sometimes like if we get into flight freeze or fight mode, right? So when a dog comes, are you like do you fear dogs, or like are you afraid of dogs?
Kind of. I not, but I just try to avoid to go closer to them.
Yeah, even I feel like the same, but then it's okay. It's also a natural creation, right, from
Yeah.
our creator. So sometimes, like if we are so scared of dogs, when we see dogs or snakes, what we will do? We will go for fight mode or flight mode. We will take a stick or try to beat the dog,
Yeah.
or we will run away, right? These are the two
Yes.
things we do. We
Yeah.
won't be in freeze mode. If you are conscious, we won't be in freeze mode, right? We will definitely go for flight or fight mode. So this
Yeah.
is something like when we are completely stressed after a tolerance limit, like if you are like with the toxic people, like if you are like it may be like if it is going above the tolerance limit, what will happen? Even in the flight fight mode, what happens is like your adrenaline rush is happening there when you are stressed. That is a complete stress, right? When you see a dog or a snake which you are scared of, it's a like kind of stress, right? So
Yeah.
that time adrenaline pumping is happening over there. You will either fight or you will fly away from there. So these are the two things happening. And you might have seen the hose pipe, like the water that comes out when you when if you are gardening the plants, you might have seen the hose pipe, right? The
Yeah.
long one. So what will happen if you like give a good squeeze in the front? The water will be like rushing out in the very complete force, right, outside.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing. If you have any hormone anywhere hit, which is like very, if the adrenaline is like, if it is going above the tolerance limit, what will happen? It will affect other organs, obviously. It will start to spread other body parts as well.
Yeah.
That is why I always say our mind is like, we need to declutter our mind, we need to purify our mind. It's about your heart purification as well. So, in order to have good things to happen, you need to purify your heart. So, let us get through this one. We will be seeing how to eliminate our stress, how to manage our stress. Let me share my screen first. So, before that, you can start writing 3 gratitudes for today.
Okay. Alhamdulillah.
So let us see what are all the techniques for stress management. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
So, so the first and foremost thing is avoid people who are easily angered. Sometimes we may also become toxic, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
we may also become frustrated. Just imagine if the opposite person knows all these concepts and they start to ignore you. That is also the one of the worst situations, right? So before that happening, avoid people who are easily angered. So that doesn't mean that we need to completely eliminate these people. Just take some time, like half an hour, do your techniques in my, if mindfully, it will be great. If you want to write down, it will be also great. Whatever that works. So sometimes we may not be in a situation to write, right? At that time, use your mind power. Avoid people who are easily angered, frustrated. Sometimes these people may be toxic as well. So that time, like, if you might think now, sometimes we like think like our children are ignoring us. Why? They have a natural tendency to avoid toxicity. That is why.
Yeah.
Avoid people who persistently stress. It's not our problem, okay? It's not your fault. It's not my fault. This is how it works. Now you have to raise above them. Avoid people who persistently stress, worry, or panic. Sometimes we might be very stressful, and even if we drop our handkerchief or tissue down, we get stressed. To pick it up, we may feel like it's a hectic job. That's why
Yeah.
we need to completely be like, sometimes we need to completely erase stress. These are normal things, right? But at some point, we may feel like it's very difficult to picking up the tissue or the handkerchief. So
Yeah.
now, like coming to coffee, drinking coffee. It's okay drinking coffee when we are like so passionate, like when we have free time, when we are chit-chatting with our loved ones. It's okay taking coffee. But then do you know the coffee has got the stimulants. When you are internally stressed, when you take this coffee, the coffee and the caffeine things have got a natural property that it will rush your adrenaline things, okay? So that
Yeah.
time you will become, you might see after drinking coffee 1 hour later or the next day, you also become more stressed than you were before.
Yeah.
So it's highly important avoiding coffee once in a week. Also, it's okay, fine. But yeah, the energy drinks. So apart from coffee, you might be thinking caffeine is limited to coffee. No, There are caffeine in the energy drinks, the sodas that you see, anything with artificial sweetener. You need to avoid all this. So avoid overcommitting. Like sometimes when we approach our children, we will be like thinking we have to prepare 3 meals. I'm going to prepare all the 3 meals for my daughter. I'm going to prepare all the 3 meals for my son. Sometimes we do. So we need to avoid this overcommitting. Okay,
Yeah.
may not like there are other scenarios. I just talked about the family. Okay, so avoid perfectionism. If you are about to start something new, or if you are about to start a course, learning a course, avoid perfectionism. If you have a test tomorrow, if you have just 1 hour, just think like 1 hour is enough for me to complete my entire stuff for preparation. Just think like that. Avoid perfectionism. You can do wonders within 1 hour, within 2 hours. So once you have good intentions, you just have to work on that. So not, no dreams will come into effect on once you unless and until you take actions, no dream is going to get into effect. So that said, how is your dream journaling going on? You need to write your dreams, okay? Now avoid alcohol, or I know you might not be doing that. Avoid pessimism. So what is pessimism? If you are focusing on negative
Okay.
things will start to attract you. Avoid, like, we need to be optimistic. We need to think about positive all the time. Everyone around you is helping you to achieve your dreams, okay? We need to believe like that. Now, coming to multitasking, which is the supermost thing that we women are blessed with, but then if it is making you stressful, we need to slow down. So,
Mm.
avoid stressful people that you might know. Now, then, what you can do here? You can spend time exercising. Like 1 hour, I would say 1 hour nature walk will do a great thing for you. Once you
Yeah.
start stepping outside from your home, you will see abundance and results. Now you need to simplify your nature. If you think like, if I get this thing, I am gonna successful. No. Whatever things you have, you need to be grateful for and start taking actions. Now if you feel like, if you are not able to do any particular task, try delegating. Okay, not everything delegation. You need to think wisely. Whatever you can do, you have to do it. Okay, so whatever you feel like delegation, you just feel like it's okay. If nobody is doing it, it's okay, you can do it tomorrow. Now, eating healthy. Coming to healthy, sometimes I have noticed in my clients, if there are very stressed people, vitamin D3 levels, you need to check your vitamin D3 levels. Now, once you start taking vitamin supplement, D3 supplementation, or if you start to walk in the sunlight, you will see results. Again, speaking on that, not like omega 3, flax seeds, these are all things you need to incorporate in your diet. Now,
Yeah.
speaking about meditation, yeah, if you are doing meditation for 90 days, 3 months, you will start seeing your hormones getting into balanced daily. I'm not saying like if you do tomorrow and skip tomorrow. No, if you are doing it continuously for 90 days, that's what we practiced in our initial course. So now I believe you are like, that's why you are focusing on your goals. Now, practicing what you can do, practice positive thinking. Whenever you are, wherever you are, just practice positive thinking. You will see negative people around you. If people are like alcohol, or like taking alcohol or consuming, like doing smoking things, you need to stay away from these people. Now you can practice deep breathing, you can have good time management, you can practice gratitude, you can keep your stuff organized. So these are the things I'd love to share with you. Now, what you can do as an affirmation here for elimination of worries. So when anxiety rises, repeat this slowly. So I'm gonna stop this one for now. Like, if I'm just sharing because you are interested in this, I otherwise I
Yeah.
would not be like sharing this one.
Okay.
So